taking something flimsy and making something strong.
Whoa, pasta bridge!
We build things out of pasta, sand, and paper to show how you can use science to make something strong out of something weak.
Dry sand, wet sand, science sand.
It's all how you build it. Today on Science Max, experiments at large.
Oh, hi, Science Maximites. Have you ever been eating pasta and wondered, what could I build with this? Could I build something that could hold an impressive amount of weight? Well, I have. And that's what we're gonna do today on Science Max Experiments at Large. But we're not gonna use cooked pasta because it's too delicious. We're gonna use uncooked pasta, which is less delicious, but it's great for building. We're gonna make a pasta bridge. Here's how you do it. First, you wanna start with a plan. And then you want to take your pasta, I'm saying pasta, but of course spaghetti is usually the best thing to use, and lay it out on your plan. The reason you have a plan is so that you can make sure all of the spaghetti is exactly the right length. Lay it out on your plan, perfectly aligned like that. There. And now it's time to glue it all together. Now you can use white glue, but it takes a long time. So I suggest a hot glue gun, but make sure you get an adult's permission before you use one of these, okay? So you take your plan, you lay it out, you glue it up. Don't glue it on the paper because that will be bad. And you will end up with your truss, and it looks just like this. Now remember, you want 2 sides because those are the sides of your bridge. And as you can see, I've used several strands of pasta because that'll make it a little bit stronger. Once you have your trusses, it's time for the next part of the plan. This is the roadway, and it works the same way. Lay out your pasta, glue it up, and bam, there it is. Now, you put your trusses on your roadway, and you glue them all together, and you also want to put some struts along the top here, probably, to keep it nice and rigid. In the end, you will end up with a fantastic-looking pasta bridge. Pretty good, huh? Pasta bridge. No other bridge could claim to be 100% pasta. Minus the glue, 99.8% pasta, 0.2% glue.
I say there, Captain. Set sail. Set sail for the land of pasta bridges.
Now, if that was pretty fast for you, don't worry, all the instructions are gonna be on our website. Now, a bridge isn't a bridge unless it spans a gap, because that's what bridges are for. So you put your pasta bridge up there across the books like that, and then you can see just how much weight the bridge holds. It's pretty impressive. If you build it right, even something as flimsy and as delicate as pasta can hold quite a bit of weight. I like to use big, heavy blocks and put them in the middle where there is no support from the books whatsoever, and just keep adding heavy things and see how much weight the bridge will hold before it breaks. How much will it hold? Well, I'm not gonna tell you. That's where you get to be Science Maximites and find out for yourselves. And now, we're gonna max it out. Today on, oh, my pasta. Today on Science Max Experiments at Large, we're gonna be looking at how fragile things can become strong if you build them right. We're also gonna be maxing out the pasta bridge experiment to see if we can make one that's strong enough to hold me. You think we can do it? I know I have no idea, but I'm going to the Center for Skills Development and Training to find out. Oh, hey, Kyle.
Phil.
How you doing?
Great, thanks.
Awesome. This is Kyle. He's got a master's in civil engineering. Did you want some pasta?
I'm good.
I can go back and get some more.
Really, I'm good.
Okay. So what does a civil engineer do?
Well, a civil engineer builds the world around us. Talk about our homes, keeping us warm in the winter, our roads, hey, even our bridges.
Bridges, that's fantastic, because that's what I need your help with. I want to max out the pasta bridge.
Awesome.
I want to make one big enough that I can walk across it.
Okay, that's never been done before.
I know, right? You think we can do it?
We're gonna need a lot of help to do that.
We don't need help. All we need is a lot of pasta, which I have. Ha-ha!
Nice.
What do you say?
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Okay, we'll give it a shot. Why don't we just take some to start, and then...
In order to max out our pasta bridge, the idea is to take many, many strands of pasta and just keep gluing them together so the long beams of pasta in our giant bridge is nothing but many, many regular-sized strands of pasta. Here's where we were after 20 minutes of gluing.
There, that's nice.
Yeah, I think this piece is done.
Okay, so how does it work? Is it strung? Whoa.
Well, let's give it a go, eh? Yeah, I think this will hold.
Great. So we just need to build a few more of these then, right?
Yeah, that's right.
How many more?
212 more.
212 of these.
More.
212, but it took us like 20 minutes to make this one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess so. I mean, this is Science Max Experiments at Large. That's what we do. We just keep building, and, you know, I don't have any plans for the next while, so we can...
Phil.
Yep.
I think that there's a better way of doing this.
I would be delighted to know there's a better way. It'd be faster than this.
Much faster.
Sure, let's do it.
Awesome.
I'm just gonna put the pasta back in the bag because it'll
Phil,
get stale.
You don't have to do that.
No, but it'll get stale.
Phil, I'm gonna call in one of my friends. We're probably gonna need some more help with this.
Oh man, that's a great idea. Sorry, that's a great idea because
Yeah.
Because at least we could get your friend to help clean up.
Better sandcastles in 80 seconds.
Building sandcastles is fun, but you can't use dry sand because it doesn't stay up very well. You have to use wet sand. But even if you use wet sand, it doesn't hold a lot of weight. But if you use sand with the power of science, it does hold the weight. Dry sand, wet sand, science sand. Here's what's going on. Say these ping pong balls are grains of sand. When they're dry, they don't hold together very well. That's why you can't build a sandcastle out of dry sand. But if you get the sand wet a little bit, the grains of sand will hold together a little better because of the surface tension of the water. That's why it's easier to build a sandcastle with wet sand, but they still won't hold much weight. But if you add something that creates even more friction between the grains of sand, like say this sandpaper, it will hold the weight. So here's what you do. Take window screen and cut it into circles. Make sure you get an adult's permission first, okay? Deal? Put in a layer of sand, pack it down, and put in a circle of window screen. And a layer of sand, pack it down, circle of window screen. Then, you guessed it, layer of sand, pack it down, circle of window screen. The window screens are gonna add more friction between the grains of sand and will make your sandcastle strong. Strong with the power of science. And then, you can put lots of weight on it. And there you go, sand with the power of science. Ha ha! Okay, I had to max it out. Let's see how strong science sand really is. Huh? Ha 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 ha! Science!
Our pasta bridge was going to take a long time to build out of individual pieces. So we have a new plan.
Hey, Michaela.
Hey, Phil.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. This is Michaela. She's an undergrad in industrial engineering, right?
I am.
And you and Kyle have a new plan for how we can build our pasta bridge that's not gonna look like this.
Oh, man.
This is the best that Kyle and I could do with 20 minutes.
Okay, well, I have better.
Good, I'm glad. How are we gonna do it?
So, instead of that, we're gonna try something like this.
Oh, okay. This is sort of like a giant burrito kind of thing, right?
Yep,
But we're going to build the bridge out of this.
exactly.
We're gonna make it longer, though?
Yep, we're gonna make it 8 feet long. We have this long pole, right?
Yep.
And we have sheets of this pasta. We're gonna put them on the diagonal,
Okay.
and we're gonna roll it, but we're gonna start from this corner, and we're gonna keep rolling.
And don't
all
forget
right?
to add water.
And we gotta add water.
I'll add the
'cause-
water.
Okay.
Adding water, just like this?
Yep. It helps the pasta to stick together. So as we're rolling, we're rolling, we're rolling. We're gonna keep doing this with a bunch more sheets so that it gets really, really long, like 8 feet long. And when we're finally done rolling, we gotta spray it with some varnish,
Yep.
and so it all holds together.
Great, and then it's gonna be about this thick
Yeah,
when we're finished with it.
exactly.
This is gonna be one of the parts of the deck of our bridge.
Great. So each one of these large pieces is going to be like one single strand of pasta, and the little bridge we make.
Yeah.
We need a lot of these.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
Still, it's a lot faster than doing it piece by piece with just the spaghetti.
Oh.
Every time I hold it up, you make that noise.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Awesome. The shape of something makes a big difference in how strong it is. Get some toilet paper rolls and put them in a square, and then stack books on top of them. They can hold weight. Thing is, they can actually hold a lot more weight than you probably think. In fact, the amount of weight just paper in a tube can hold is really kind of impressive. Ha ha! And now, let's max it out. Bill's weight on 2 toilet paper rolls. Nope. Bill's weight on 4 toilet paper rolls. Nope. Bill's weight on 6 toilet paper rolls. Nope. Bill's weight on 10 toilet paper rolls. Oh. Ha! Ha ha! Bill's weight can be supported by 10 toilet paper rolls. But what if Bill jumps? Ha 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 ha. Didn't really work.
Kyle and Michaela's plan is to use a long pole and sheets of uncooked pasta. We roll the pasta around the pole and spray it with a little varnish. We roll sheets and sheets of pasta along an 8-foot-long pole, making many layers of pasta. Then we wait for it to dry and remove the pole. What we have is an 8-foot-long hollow tube of pasta that becomes a single piece of the bridge. Then we attach a bunch of these pieces together and use more sheets of pasta to glue them into the shape we used for our small pasta bridge.
We're making our giant pasta bridge by wrapping sheets of pasta around and around the poles using the technique we just had, making a whole large pole out of many, many, many sheets of pasta rolled around each other. And we've made a giant truss. Look at this. This is great, guys.
It's looking pretty good.
Yeah. If I hit it, you think it'd stay together?
No, stop.
What?
This is pasta, not steel. It's only made to just hold you.
Kyle, what do you think are the chances that this is gonna hold me when we build it?
Something like 50-50.
Not bad. Michaela, what do you think?
I'm gonna hope for the best.
Hoping for the best. That's exactly the kind of gray area we like to work in at Science Max Experiments at Large. Experiments at Large, I don't know if anybody's even ever done this before.
Not to my knowledge.
I don't think so.
Which is why we have no idea if it's going to work. Okay, so one more of these, because these are the sides.
Yep.
Roadway, and then the top.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
While we're waiting, it's a good moment to point out one of the things that makes our bridge really strong. That is triangles. As you can see, the truss, or the side of our bridge, is really just 3 big triangles. Triangles are very strong shapes to build with, and they work great in bridges. Now it's time for Science So Simple, a caveman could do it. This is a caveman. Today we're going to teach this caveman how to build a strong structure. Here are some boxes. Go on and build a shelter, and I'll come back and see how it worked out. No, that's not right. You need to build walls by stacking boxes on top of each other. That's how you build. Understand?
Oh, yeah.
I'll come back later and see how it worked out.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Does that look right to you?
Yeah.
Look at those boxes. They're stacked on top of each other. But if they are in tall stacks, what would happen if you push on the wall? You see? Walls don't stay up if you build like that. Let's try again. I'll help you this time. First, lay out the foundation, where your wall should go. Good. Now let's make the second level. No, don't put it right on top. You need to stack in between. That's how you make a strong wall. Okay, I'll come back later. Nice work. Why don't you give it a try? Looks strong, but you forgot a box. Join us next time when we talk about how to make a door.
Building a door in a wall is hard because how do you make a big gaping hole in your wall without your wall falling over? Well, people have come up with lots of ways to put doors and windows in walls made of stone blocks over the centuries. And you can do this at home with books like I'm doing or with building blocks. Just go up until you're happy with the height and then stack each next layer a little closer to the middle until the final layer touches just like this. And then you take a big heavy book and you drop it right on top. And it's pretty stable and you've just made a doorway. It works even better if it's part of a wall because you want extra weight on the outside of these books here. So of course, I had to build one that was part of a whole wall. This is the same corbelled arch built out of little building blocks. And as you can see, I went closer and closer together until it meets at the top, and it is very strong. Whoa. Ha-ha! Now, let's max it out.
The kind of arch we're building is a corbelled arch. And the Science Max build team and I are using pieces of wood cut to different lengths.
How high can it go? We can use my head to, no, okay, wait.
It takes a while to get together, but once it's done, it looks just like the kinds of doorways stone buildings had in ancient times.
Ta-da! There you go, a maxed out corbelled arch. We went straight up until we got to these layers, and they got a little bit closer and closer to the middle until the last piece is one big solid piece. And if we built this right, it should be strong enough to hold me up. Yeah! Science! Woo-hoo! Well, it held me up for a minute, didn't it?
We rolled our pasta and constructed one truss. Now we've made a lot more rolls of pasta and connected them all together to make a second truss and a roadway, as well as the cross braces on top. And when we get it all together, we end up with...
Whoa! Pasta bridge!
Pasta bridge!
We did it! We built it. We have no idea how long it will stay up, but it's up. It's doing its bridge thing for now, anyway. I am very excited because, as far as we know, I'm the only one to try to cross a bridge made out of pasta. What do you guys think?
I think I don't want you to be the last person to cross a pasta bridge.
You're absolutely right, but I'm gonna do it. I think we're ready. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Oh no, that doesn't bode well for our pasta bridge. What happened here, Kyle?
You put all your weight in the middle of the joist. It snapped.
If only there was a way to distribute your weight. Maybe if you crawled
do like the military style kind of.
Oh, right, so that I'm putting my weight on more than one spot.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, wait a minute. That gives me an idea. You guys stay right there. I know what to
Okay.
do. I know what to
Okay.
do. I know what to do.
You're coming back, right?
Skis distribute your weight over a large area so you don't sink in the snow. That's what skis do, which is perfect for the pasta bridge.
Come on.
Okay,
Come on.
Carefully.
Uh-huh. Is it working?
It's
Yeah.
working.
I hear some cracking.
This might do it.
Uh-huh.
Try to spread your legs apart.
Spreading my
Distribute
legs
your weight.
apart.
Distribute your weight.
Distributing my weight. It's swaying a lot.
Oh man.
Oh. Whoa. Crossing the pasta bridge. Woo, high fives. There you go. Science Max, experiments at large, pasta bridge, skis. What more could you want? Oh, hello, Science Maximites. We got a lot of work today, so I was just getting prepared. You know, taking something flimsy and making it strong, that's what scientists and engineers do every day. And it's also pretty fun. You take something that's not that strong, and by the way you build it or put it together or change its shape, it suddenly becomes a lot stronger than you think it was. So I thought that's what we should do today on Science Max Experiments at Large. We should build something. So we're gonna build an arched bridge, and we're gonna build it out of sugar cubes. So here's what you need. You need some sugar cubes, you need some sandpaper, and you need some modeling clay. So first, you want to make some abutments out of your modeling clay. What is an abutment, you ask? It is this. They distribute the force laterally from one side or the other. I like to use this. This is half a roll of duct tape. And so it fits in just like that, and you see, it's a perfect arch. If you just take sugar cubes and you try to stack them into an arch, it's not going to work because the sugar cubes may not even fit all together, and you can see only the bottoms are touching. I take out the guide and it all falls apart. So here's what you do. You take your sandpaper and you change the squares into trapezoids, and you start sanding down your sugar cubes into trapezoids. Basically, you want one small side and one long side. Thin at the top, wide at the bottom, or wide at the top, thin at the bottom. It's a trapezoid no matter which way you hold it. Put it on the bridge and see. And as you go, you will see if you're doing it right, there will be no gaps. If you go to the Science Max website, there will be a guide that you can use to help you make the sugar cube bridge, so you don't have to spend as long as I did making this one. And then the most important part is the keystone. That's the one that fits in right at the top, just like that. And when it does, you can take away the guide and it stays up. Isn't that cool? It stays up without any glue, without any mortar, all based on the shape of these sugar cubes. The cool thing is, it'll hold the weight of a whole car, provided you have a very, very small car. The reason why it works is because the weight is distributed along the arch into the abutments and down into the ground. That's what makes an arched bridge so strong. And that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna max out an arched bridge. So I think I'm gonna need some help though. Maybe Sonia from the Ontario Science Centre. She really knows her stuff. Yeah, I'll go there and I'll see if she's busy. All right, come on, let's go. Hey, Sonia.
Hey, Phil, how's it going?
It's going good. I was wondering if you could give me a hand with something.
Okay, what's up?
I'm building, well, it's easier if I show you.
All right.
Do you mind coming back to Science Max headquarters? We can take the portal.
But that thing doesn't always work.
Oh, it is fine. Well, I mean, that worked just fine. Uh-oh, it usually makes a beeping when I do, oh, it's out of batteries. Oh, I told myself, Phil, charge the remote before you leave the lab, and then I...
Where have you been? Breathe.
The remote ran out of batteries, so I had to run the last 3 kilometers.
It's all right.
Because
You made it.
Long story. So the sugar cube bridge, you had a chance to look at it, right? This works on any scale, right? It should, no matter what size arch, it should be the same, right?
Definitely.
Good, because what I want to do is use these abutments, but go to these abutments. So we're gonna start the bridge here, and I've already created a thing that we can use to put the sugar cubes on as we go up, so that we can make sure that it becomes a
Phil.
perfect arch. Yeah.
Do we have enough sugar for this?
Yep. I got tons of sugar.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna need some glue because it's gonna be really hard to get these to stay
Stay
right
on.
there without a little bit of glue. We're gonna make a giant arch, maybe some walls, and we'll see what happens.
Let's do it.
Oops. An egg. Now you might think of eggs as kind of flimsy, and they do break pretty easily, but eggs are actually stronger than you think. It's because they're, well, egg-shaped. You see, the top of the egg is like a little bit of an arch, and the bottom of the egg is also like an arch. And arches distribute the weight, just like they do in a bridge. Here's how you can experiment with how strong eggs are. First, you want to get a pair of gloves to protect your hands from the shell, just in case anything goes wrong. You should also tell an adult that you're doing this experiment because if it does go wrong, you're gonna have some mess to explain. And also, you should probably put on some safety glasses. Now, here's what you do. Take your egg and carefully put it in your palm just like that. And put it against your other palm, and you're gonna push in directly on either side of the egg. Start pushing harder and harder. You can even lace your fingers and press even harder. And if you do it right, the egg won't break. Pretty amazing, right? So, just how much weight does an egg hold? Can one egg support my entire weight? Let's find out. I'm gonna lift my weight up like this and lower myself down. And no, cannot hold my weight. Can my weight be supported by 2 eggs? Oh, nope. Phil's weight, 4 eggs. Oh, I thought they were gonna do it. Nope. My weight on 8 eggs. Huh? My weight can be supported by just 8 eggs. Science! Whoa, careful.
Sonia and I are on a quest to make a maxed out sugar cube bridge. The reason why an arch works is because the weight, or the load, of whatever's on top of the bridge is carried outward along the curve of the arch to the abutments at each end, which carry the load and keep the ends of the bridge from spreading out. No matter what you build your bridge out of, sugar or stone, the science stays the same. Sonia and I are building a much larger bridge out of sugar cubes. We're using glue to help the sugar cubes stay together, just like stone bridges use mortar. And when we're finished, it was pretty impressive.
A massive sugar cube bridge, right? High fives for that.
The moment of truth comes when we take out the support and...
Yeah! It works! Okay. Giant sugar cube bridge. So do you think it'll hold some weight?
I think it definitely should, because right now we have an arch, perfect arch, and the weight is being distributed to the sides, the base.
So that's what it's for, right? We can put weight on there?
We can definitely put some weight.
One to start?
Let's start off with 1.
Okay.
And let's see how it goes.
All right.
Here we go. All right.
Yeah! 1 book! Yeah! All right. Sugar cube bridge.
1 book.
2 books.
Are you nervous?
Yeah! Sugar cube bridge. 3 books.
3 books.
Oh, that was great. It held up 3 books.
3.
Well, technically it held up 2 books and broke on the 3rd.
So it's kind of still far from how much weight we want to hold because we want to cross it.
We definitely want to cross it, so that means we need something bigger and stronger. The cube
Yeah,
works.
you're right, because the cubes are great because that keeps the science the same.
Yep.
Right? So something cubular. The milk crate, really?
Definitely, I think we should use those. It's a cube.
It is a cube. A whole bunch of milk crates, and we'll see what we can do.
I think that sounds great.
Awesome. Whoa. This is a Prince Rupert's drop.
It's a piece of glass that has a long snaky tail and a bulb at one end.
So what's so interesting about a glass tadpole? Well, I'll show you. And remember, this is just glass. Oh, Prince Rupert's drops are very strong, almost as strong as steel. It's all in how they're made. Molten glass is dropped into cold water.
What happens is the outer part of the drop cools off first, leaving the inner part still hot. When the inner part eventually cools, it contracts, pulling everything in tighter and tighter, keeping it under a lot of tension. And because it's round, the force you put on it is distributed all the way around, just like the force is distributed on an arched bridge.
Until you get to the tail. Just the tiniest break in the tail, and
It explodes. All that energy is released in a chain reaction. Why it's so strong you can hammer on one end, but explodes when you break the other, puzzled scientists for centuries.
but now we know it's all in how it's made.
The Wizard Academy. All you have to do is demonstrate true magic, and you will be granted entry.
Send in the next applicant. Okay, don't let them see you. Don't let them see you. Okay, magic smoke. And here we go. Big entrance.
Behold, it is I, Overwhelmo.
You again.
I only have to demonstrate magic one time, and you have to let me into the Wizard Academy. And last time does not count. So prepare for your mind to be boggled and your eyes to also be boggled, because I shall do a trick. I will just get to it. Here is a book, behold! And now, feast your stupefaction as I produce another book, ha-ha! And then 2 or 3 more times, behold, that's good. Behold! And now, look upon the wonderment as I stack these books on top of each other, like this. And now, feast more stupefaction as I cleverly move the books off the table. And now comes the magic word. Now, I say the magic word. The magic word! And behold, the book is levitating. It is completely off the table. I have done it. Magic!
No.
No?
Not magic, that's science.
But the book is levitating.
No.
Look, it's not even touching the table.
No, it's being supported by the books below because of the center of mass.
Preposterous.
I'm afraid it's very preposterous. Each book is balanced on the one below in a way that the center of mass is behind the edge of the book below. And the entire stack's center of mass is behind the edge of the table. So it may look like magic, but it's science.
So, I can't get into the Wizard Academy?
No, I'm afraid not.
Good. Alakazam! You will rue the day that Overwhelmo did not. I will return, and then you will see. Oh, ow.
Sonia and I made a large bridge out of sugar cubes, and it didn't hold much weight. So now we're going to try making another arch bridge, but instead of sugar cubes, we're going to use milk crates.
There we go. I've made some abutments out of giant crates, and this is where we're gonna start our bridge, and they start there, and it goes in a big arch, but we're gonna be using
I brought milk crates.
milk crates. High fives, high fives.
So we start our bridge,
This is a straight line, it's not an arch.
It's not an arch.
but it's clear we have a problem.
Okay, ready?
Ah! didn't work, Phil.
It's like we're back to the beginning again. This is like two straight
We
lines.
have two straight lines,
It's
yep.
like a triangle.
We need an arch, so we're gonna need a support.
Sonia and I build a support to help us make a curve the milk crates can follow. But after we finish stacking, there's a problem.
It doesn't look very solid.
Yeah, it doesn't, does it?
Here.
Oh, yeah. Because there's a gap at the top of all of them. Look, that one, there's a gap. There's a gap there.
There's a
There's
big
a
one
gap there.
here. It's
Well, I
not
mean,
making our bridge very solid.
there's only one way to find out for sure,
You can try it.
is to pull this out and see if it stands up.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, didn't stay up.
Didn't stay up.
Okay.
That's all right, though.
I'm not sure why it isn't staying up. Like, the sugar cubes were cubes.
That's a cube,
Milk crates are cubes.
but we did change the shape of the cube.
Oh, yeah! If you remember, when I first built my sugar cube bridge, it didn't work with cubes. You have to sand the cubes down to make them into trapezoids. You can't build a perfect arch out of cubes.
So they were wider here and then narrower there so that they had... Oh, so that's the problem.
Yep.
So I could, like, cut it? I could cut it. I could cut it.
You could.
I could
That's
cut
gonna
it.
take a long time, though.
If we cut the milk crates into trapezoids, everything will work, right? Right?
We take a milk crate and with the right safety gear, we cut it so we can reshape it into a trapezoid.
Good.
And it works. But
It's gonna take a long time, isn't it?
Definitely. So how about this? I have an idea. So remember when we did the experiment and we had lots of V gaps?
Yeah?
How about we put some wooden wedges into those gaps to make it one secure structure?
So it was sitting like this.
Exactly. So what we're gonna do is insert wooden pieces right here, so we'll fill those gaps.
I get
and we'll
it.
make it one secure structure.
Instead of cutting all of our milk crates, we can keep the milk crates.
Yep.
And they can be solid and we just add to it rather than take away.
Taken away, exactly.
That is a smart idea. Okay,
So-
let's make some wedges.
All right.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Let me guess, you want to build a strong structure, something that'll stand the test of time. Well, you know you gotta use the right kind of shapes. Look at this, a square. Now, squares have gotta be strong, right? Well, maybe. Maybe if you press straight down on it, but watch as I push to the side. Oh no! The thing that I have built is now collapsing because squares aren't in fact strong after all. If only I had listened to Sal's sage advice. Yeah, squares aren't gonna cut it. Fortunately, there's a shape that's strong in all kinds of ways. A triangle. Okay, so you heard of triangles before, good for you. But look at this. You can push down from the top and it doesn't move, or you can push from the side and it doesn't move. Triangles are awfully pointy. How do I build with them? Observe! Ha-ha! Triangle here, triangle there, platform on top. And watch. No matter how I try to shift it, it stays solid. And check this out. Triangle here, second triangle there, and a third triangle shape here. That's like 3 triangles for the price of 2, huh? That's a good deal. So there you have it. The triangle, one of the greatest shapes to build with.
This is a house of cards, and if you've never built a house of cards, you should definitely try. Try, because it's not easy. What you need to do is you need to make triangles with the cards. If you do it just right, they'll stay up. Then you take another pair of cards, like that. You take another card, and you put it on top. And it stays up.
keep on building by making triangles and putting another card across the top like a roof.
Then, when you're ready, you can start to make a second layer.
It takes a lot of patience to make a house of cards. But with enough patience and really steady hands, you might be able to finish it.
There we go. Ha-ha, a house of cards. Now, let's max it out. Shh, backing away slowly. Backing away slowly.
To build our maxed out card house, the Science Max build team and I used large pieces of foam insulation, which were super light and easy to work with. Once we set up the first layer, we needed to bring in a scissor lift so we could keep building the next layers. By the time we got to the top, our card house was 10 meters tall.
Yeah! Giant house of cards! And now that I've built a giant house of cards, what do I do with it? I knock it down. Science! I'm gonna build it again.
Sonia and I are rebuilding our milk crate bridge. Since cubes don't work if you're trying to make an arch, and changing the shape of each milk crate would take too long, we're using wooden wedges to fill the gaps at the top of the milk crates. Once we get the wedges in, the milk crates have support at their tops, and they make a perfect arch.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All we have to do is pull the wooden thing out, and if it holds up on its own, we've done it.
We pull out the support, and
It stands!
it works! The bridge supports itself! Now it's time for the final test.
We try to walk on this bridge.
So we spent some time making sure our bridge was safe. We added a crash mat, and
We built a second arch
We sure did.
so that it's a little bit wider, and it feels very solid. So the only thing to do now is to test it.
Test it out.
You gonna do it?
I absolutely will.
All right.
Sonia puts on a helmet and gives it a try. And sure enough, it works!
Yeah! Milk crate bridge!
Milk crate bridge!
Milk crate bridge! Milk crate bridge! Milk crate bridge! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Science Max experiments at large. Milk crate bridge!
Yay for science!
High five! High five!
Stable structures are what we're building on this episode. Bridges, cups, pencils, blocks, boxes. They're all being built up and falling down. Plus, how stable can you make a structure using fruit as the base? Stay tuned to find out on this episode of Science Max Experiments at Large. Greetings, Science Maximites. Get your hard hats out because today we're gonna be building things. Like I always say, what's the point of science if you can't use it to build cool stuff? And today's episode is called Stable Structures. Now, stables are the buildings where horses sleep. So, stable structures means... I think I have the wrong kind of stable. Today, we are going to be building a gumdrop dome. And gumdrops are already kind of dome-shaped, but they don't hold a lot of weight. Yeah, can't hold much weight. But you can make it hold a lot of weight if you build a geodesic dome. A geodesic dome means a round shape made out of straight lines, and that's what I've made here. All I used is gumdrops and toothpicks. It's very easy to make, and I'll show you how to do it. First, you need to start with a pentagon, a 5-sided figure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then stick them all together, obviously with toothpicks. Then what you want to do is you want to start making triangles. So you stick a toothpick in here and a toothpick in here, and then you put a gumdrop at the top of this triangle, just like this. And then you make another triangle here, and here, and here, and it becomes a whole bunch of triangles, you see? Easy to make as long as you start with a pentagon on the bottom. Now, once you've built one, I suggest you build 2 more, because then you will have a stable base and you can see just how much weight these hold. Yeah. You wanna max it out? Oh, okay. Let's max it out. Oh, a little collapsing, but still not bad for gumdrops, right? So there you go, the geodesic dome. That's what you research if you want to learn how to build one of these for yourself. But now, let's max this out even more. Okay, now I just need an expert to help me out. Do you like my new interface? It's good, right? Watch this. Oh, wait a minute. That's not, okay. Wait, no, that's not the right gesture for that. It's all gesture-based, so I gotta, this? Nope. This? Nope. That? Ooh, okay. Expert. I want experts. Oh, okay. It's voice activated. Great. Sarah from Mad Science. She'd be perfect for this. Good. Close.
close. I can leave it running. Sarah?
Hey, Phil. Back here.
Hey, Sarah. Sarah from Mad Science. Great to see you.
Thank you. Great to be here. I like your lab coat. It's a really nice color.
Wait a minute. It's supposed to be yellow. It must have changed to orange in the portal. That's okay because this is not the first time that's happened, so I've installed a little secret thing on the app that allowed me to get a new one from storage.
Oh,
Watch
perfect.
this. Huh. Didn't work. Oh well, I'll get another one later. All right. Anyway, we are going to max out the geodesic dome.
Amazing. That's so cool.
Yeah, so we just want to make it bigger. So how do we do that?
Okay, well, there's a couple ways we could do that. We could add a few more points of connection, change the shape of it, make it a little more complex so it's a little bit bigger. Or we can use the design right now and use different materials to make it bigger.
Ah, okay. Well, you know what? I think we should do both of those things. I think we should make it more complex and bigger, but why don't we start with bigger?
Okay.
But we'll use the simple design right here, and we'll just get like long wooden poles instead of toothpicks.
Perfect, yeah. And then, what will we use for the gumdrop?
I guess we can't get big gumdrops, huh?
No, I don't think so.
What about oranges? Huh?
Yeah, oranges could work.
Maybe, yeah, because you could stick the poles in and then the oranges would be, okay.
Yeah, that's
We'll go to the Science Max Fruit Market and we'll get some oranges.
Perfect.
And I'll get a yellow lab coat. I don't know why that didn't work. Is this a maxed out number of oranges?
I think so.
Or is it just a mediumed out number? We don't really need many more oranges than this.
No.
So, there we go. So we got our oranges. Those are going to be our gumdrops, and
These wooden dowels will be our toothpicks.
we just have to start with a pentagon, right?
Yes.
5 sides. So why don't we just lay that out and see what it looks like here?
We start building this dome the same as the gumdrop dome.
So, like this.
We stick the dowels into the oranges to make our 5-sided pentagon.
Good, like that.
And then we go up from there by making a few triangles and sticking the oranges on the tops.
Oh.
But because the oranges are heavy, the triangles are pretty wobbly. That is, until we get them all connected with cross pieces.
Yeah.
After that, it seems to hold up pretty well.
Okay, let's see if it holds it up. Whoa! That's exciting. That is very exciting. Let's do the same thing. So you make a triangle here, I'll make a triangle there, and then we'll connect them.
Sounds good.
2 layers, orange dome. I'm pretty excited about this. This is nice.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that the oranges actually hold it together because oranges aren't really that strong.
No, exactly. But the structure itself is really strong based on the design of it.
Yeah, because it's all about the shapes, right?
Exactly. And we're using lots of triangles today, which are one of the strongest shapes on Earth.
Ooh, strong. Well, then making something out of a lot of triangles makes it really strong.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, so let's make that top layer of
All right.
things. We only need 1 more orange.
Yeah.
This will be the one, top layer.
Right in the middle.
1 orange on top with 5 dowels from each point and
Yeah! Orange juice high five.
in fact, it worked so well, there's only one thing left to do.
Is there a way that we can maybe max it out even more?
Watermelon? Watermelon. We could get the round watermelons. You ever
Yeah.
seen those? They're like the size of a bowling ball or
Yeah.
smaller, a little bit smaller.
That's perfect. And they're nice and full inside, so they should be able to hold the posts into place.
Okay, we'll try one more time with watermelon. Inside dome high five. Yeah! You may have heard of cup stacking, and if not, you're missing out because not only is it fun, but it's something that kids are the world record holders at. And it's all about, you guessed it, stacking cups. Now, I have learned the pattern, but I'm not super fast at it. The world record is actually 4 seconds, and this is what that looks like. But you can't use camera tricks to help you. You have to practice to get faster. Now, you don't need to use official sports stacking cups, but if you don't know your science, some things will work against you. First of all, these cups have holes in the bottom, which makes them not very good as, cups. Why do they have holes in the bottom? Because of science. You see, when you pull the cups apart, there is air that needs to get inside this cup. If you don't have a hole, like these ones, the air makes them stick together because there's nowhere for the air to get in except for underneath, and they will stick. Once again, let's compare. Also, you want the cups to have some weight because if they have some weight, they'll fall out of each other easily. If they don't have any weight, like, say, these styrofoam cups, it becomes very difficult. And cup stacking with trash cans. Okay, here we go. Even though these trash cans were heavy, they didn't have holes in the bottom, which means they stuck together. A lot. So why didn't I drill holes in the bottom of these trash cans? Okay, and then, well, I needed them in episode 6 to make 11 barrels of slime. Okay. 2. No. But I eventually did it. And time. Okay, there you go. The world record in trash can stacking. I know it doesn't seem very fast, but first of all, that was hard. And second of all, I am the only one to do it. So therefore, I hold the record. Sarah and I have already made a great dome out of oranges. Now we're maxing it out even more, but this time using...
Watermelons!
Watermelons! But not the giant watermelons,
Nope.
the perfect spherical watermelons. They'll have to do pretty good to be better than the oranges.
Definitely.
All right, so we just do it the same way?
Same way.
All right.
Let's do it.
I'm sure I'm not telling you something you don't know when I say watermelons aren't great for building structures with.
Super wobbly.
But the fact that we can make a structure using watermelons just proves how amazingly strong a geodesic dome really is.
Have we done it?
Yeah.
We've done it! Yeah, watermelon dome!
All right, we've got our gumdrop dome,
We've got our orange dome!
and we've got our
Watermelon dome! These are awesome maxed out domes. What do we want to do to max it out even further?
I think the watermelons were a little too heavy. Maybe we should go back to something lighter.
So we can make it out of gumdrops, which will be like more complex.
Exactly.
And we won't get orange juice raining on our heads all day,
Yep.
which is what happens with this one.
Max Historica. This is Leonardo da Vinci. Ciao. One of the greatest inventors to ever live. And this is a pile of wood. One of the greatest piles of wood to ever be piled. Now, Leonardo is going to construct a bridge out of this wood. This is Leonardo's hammer. One of the worst hammers in the history of hammers. Now Leonardo must construct his bridge using no tools at all. No, that hasn't been invented yet. How will Leonardo construct a bridge using no tools at all? Well, he is one of the greatest scientific minds. One of the greatest scientific minds in history. Oh-ho! Each piece of wood is supported by another. And that's what's known as Leonardo da Vinci's self-supporting bridge. Leonardo's done it! But there is a flaw in the bridge. It's very strong when you apply downward force, but not so strong when you push on it sideways. Fortunately, Leonardo can devote his great mind to figuring out how to clean up his workshop. Haha! Join me, one of the greatest narrators in the history of narration, next time on more Max Historica. Let's recap. Sarah and I have maxed out our simple geodesic dome, but now it's time to make it even more maxed out. we need to increase how complex our structure is.
So right over here, we actually have a dome that's just made out of triangles.
Ooh, look it. It's nothing but there's triangle there, there's a triangle there, triangle there, triangle. So all triangles.
All triangles. And see how much bigger it is even compared to our first one?
Yeah.
And that's just by adding more points. Over here, we have one that uses pentagons and triangles.
Ooh, let me see. Okay, so we got, oh, there's a pentagon there.
Yep.
There's a pentagon there. And then we got triangles here.
Yep.
Can we go bigger than this? Because this is good, but this is not maxed out enough.
Sarah had the idea of lengthening the poles
Shish kebab skewers, I love those. I use those all the time in my science experiments.
and making a bunch of pieces that fit together.
So we just make a whole bunch more of these.
Yep.
And then we'll make some sort of big dome.
This is awesome!
So we maxed it out, and it worked great. But gumdrops started to become a little hard to work with.
Every time I do one attachment, another one comes apart. So I had to get inside to hold it up with my head.
I think I've got an idea.
Oh, yeah?
Be right back. Yeah.
Okay, but should I get out or should I? It's okay, I can stay in. I can just keep fixing while it's collapsing a bit, but it's okay. Wait, this is inside. No, this is outside. Wait, hold on. Help, Sarah?
Hey, oh, my.
It kind of collapsed a little bit. Gumdrops, they just don't have the strength.
Exactly. I was thinking we could use something a little more sturdy, maybe like some cardboard.
Oh, yeah, and it doesn't move at all. We can totally make this, we'll max this out. I'll just put this over here. Okay, fair
right.
enough. Okay. If you want to build a block tower, you might think the fastest way to do it is just by building a single stack of blocks. But science may have a few things to say about that, and those things would be no. Let's try it with books.
The books are much wider than the blocks, so that will give me a wider base, right? But it's all about the center of mass. You compare how wide it is to how tall it is.
Right now, it's pretty wide and it's not that tall, so the center of mass might be around here.
But if you go high enough, how high it is compared to how wide it is changes a lot. It's getting higher, but not any wider.
The center of mass is probably right around there somewhere, which means it's gonna be really hard to balance that. Whoa, careful, almost. I can do a little bit more, I bet. Oh, careful, careful. Whoa. It'll only get so tall. So there you go. You can never stack a single stack of anything very high. But just in case you don't believe me, let's max it out. Ah, ha, ha. Oh, careful. Now it's time to see how high, whoa, how high I can make a single stack of boxes. Okay, and whoa, 6 boxes! 6 boxes! 6 boxes! Whoa! Can he go as high as 12? Let us find out if I can go as high. Apparently not. Can he go as high as 11? Can he go as high as 11 boxes? Let's find out. Oh, careful, careful, careful. And, ha-ha, a single stack of boxes. Huh. Okay, well, like I said, you can't stack a single stack of things too high, because it will fall. Ha-ha. Science! 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 This is a pencil. You probably have one of these at home and use it for all kinds of interesting things like writing and drawing, and that may be it. But if you have a lot of pencils, you can build stuff. I'll show you some of my favorite pencil builds. Check this out. It's a pencil cube.
If you want to try building one yourself, you build it like this. Get a piece of foam and then lay out 11 pencils this way, and then another 11 that way, so they make a nice square. Then take sharpened pencils and stick them into the foam in all the gaps. Go all the way around, and then keep adding more layers of pencils, and eventually you will have a cube. Now, if you don't have 366 pencils at home, you can do the same thing with toothpicks.
Now, if you want to research this on your own to find the instructions, just try looking up pencil cube. Okay, that's not the only thing we can build with pencils. Check this out, a pencil asterisk. Phil, can you max it out and add some more pencils? Yeah, so I did. I maxed it out with even more pencils. And then I thought, well, could I max it out again? So I did. This is what it looks like with even more pencils. And in fact, I removed the inside pencils and the whole thing still stays together. And then of course, this is the maximum number of pencils you can do with this configuration, because as you can see, it starts to become a sphere and you kind of run out of pencil length. There you go, maxed out pencil structures. Of course, I've used all of my pencils, but that's okay, I will buy some more. I will just write myself a note to buy more. Actually, there are sharpened pencils on the bottom of my pencil cube, so I'll just write this note with the pencil cube. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. And it's still standing! Oh, that one's not sharpened. Oh, here we go. Where'd my book go? Ooh, look at...
Sarah and I have maxed out a geodesic dome out of gumdrops, oranges, watermelons, and more gumdrops. But now we're making one using glue and cardboard circles.
Are those the same distance?
After a bunch of time assembling and gluing, we have a giant maxed out dome.
Okay. There? Are we done?
I think so.
We're done!
Yeah.
Yeah! Max out dome. How many points do we have?
So many.
Do you think we can lift it?
I think
I think
so,
that's the
yeah.
top. Try it.
See.
Okay, whoa. Whoa! Wait, we can spin it!
It was really light and also really strong. Strong enough to hold upside down.
As a fruit bowl, it'd be pretty good. This is so strong. I'm surprised at how strong this structure is. There you go, Science Max, experiments at large, geodesic dome. And now it's sort of a geodesic disco ball. I like it. Whoa, 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 okay, careful. Careful, careful. All right, putting it down, putting it down. Okay, so, right, I mean, I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna support.
So many pencils. I have more pencils than anyone really needs.
Take 84.